Hi, collective. Welcome to Self Discovery Support. Thank you for joining me. This is a timeless pick a card reading. Please intuitively choose either A or B. You can see the time codes and decks used for your selected reading in the description box. Bear in mind that there may be messages in each group if you feel called to both A and B groups. And this reading is general. My goal is to offer you storylines that may assist with self-awareness and insight into your situation. Please remember that you hold the power in co-creating the life you desire. Alright, so let's get going. Today I think I'm gonna focus on the greatness in you. Yeah, so it's just like it's gonna be, a little bit of what are the things that make you great, and I'm gonna leave you for 30 seconds. Please choose A or B. All right, so you should have your choice now, and today I'm using the Star Spinner Tarot. Okay, I think this might be the first time I'm actually using this deck on this channel. Maybe, I don't know. I rarely use it though, but was called to use it today, and it's like a very positive, sometimes can be a little bit dark, but it's a very beautiful deck. So for group A, this is your reading. What are the things that make group A great? Make sure that that's in your eyesight. All right, so we have in Hidden Energies, 7 of Chalices. So it does seem like you're someone that you do have a lot of options in your life. Let's look at your major arcana cards. Justice, the Fool, the Sun, the Tower. Okay. So there's a sense of like a strong sense of positivity about the life that you want to create in a way. So even things that are upcoming, I think you're somebody that jumps into the pathway that you want to go. And I do think it's definitely about like creating the options for yourself. Like if you feel, let's see if I can focus that. If you feel that things aren't working out, you do operate on a lot of like your own dreams in a way. So it's like if you feel something is not working out, we have this 5 of coins here, and it's almost like I don't think you stay too much, but I do feel 10 of wands. Yeah, so we have 3 of wands here as well. So right, if you ever have a situation where you're feeling like you're not getting enough, you're not even like being neglected, if you are struggling with like your resources, if you're struggling with anything like that, anything that has become difficult, but I do feel like there's something that's been absent for you, group A, but I also see that you have a way of working past that. I think you remain hopeful is kind of the essence of what I'm seeing. King of Chalices here. yeah, so this is the kind of way that you're able to keep your emotions together, like you're aware of them, but you don't let that overpower you. There's a sense of balance. So let's look at this. You know, there's a strong sense for your group, that there's two things I'm picking up. There is some kind of romantic connection here, and also there's something about your resources, your finances. I feel that some of you have had, I'm just going to say, you've had difficulties with romantic situations, right? You may have known someone who you've known for a long time. Maybe you feel like you met someone who could have been like that life partner, someone you were serious about. But I am seeing here that things change pretty quickly. And it's almost like, it's for you guys, it's like when you meet that person, you were very ready to jump in. So there's a kind of almost like a trust, or I would call this like the hopeless romantic type of energy. And so that is coming across, even though there are all these things in your life. Even if you have struggled with finances, with the Ten of Pentacles and Justice, there's two things coming through. It could be here that you have had difficulties, right, in terms of feeling stable, maybe not feeling like you could have accumulated what you wanted. But I do see that you're always able to remain even-keeled and balanced. King of Chalices told us that. But also there's something here about, I think there's a sense of loyalty about you with your connections. Like you may have, for another set of you, you may have been in a long-term connection, right? And you may have felt like things are not balanced here. But I could see that you're somebody that wanted to stay committed. There's a little bit of like various stories coming through, because you have over here somebody that met someone, or it's like when you meet that person, you're willing to take a leap of faith. I'm also seeing here that in the beginning, it's like if you couldn't decide about something, yeah, you couldn't, I'm seeing, okay, the story is extending for you guys. You couldn't decide about a connection that you're in, maybe a relationship. But the thing here is that you're pretty focused on commitment and long-term, but it's almost like something out of your control. Like you're a pretty settled person, like very, you could be like fixed sign energy. That would be Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. And so there's a sense that do want to like stay committed. Maybe you're someone that also stays, because out of that loyalty, maybe you stay a little bit too long in connections that maybe you know are over for you, but there's just such a, I don't know, there's just such a loyalty coming through in your, like you want to build, that's, it seems like that is the thing here. You do want that, you think that's almost like a purpose here, right? Is some of you could be very in alignment with the idea of like legal things like social justice or fairness, balance. I'll open that up because it's like, it's not necessarily saying that you work in the legal system or some kind of thing like that, but it can be that you just have a sense of fairness, equality about the way you do things. But I'm seeing here that even for you, like there was a change that needed to happen, because sometimes the universe calls you out of something that you're stuck in, and sometimes it's for your good. sometimes it's for your own good, definitely. But I see that you're the type of person that once you realize what needs to happen, you go all in. You just jump in. You always look at the positive of the outcome. And I return again that hopeless romantic energy. So let's get a little bit of last words or advice for you. Take it how you want to use it. The star. Okay, so there's something here about holding on to your dreams. Like, I just feel like you're somebody that you really believe in. I would say you believe in love and you believe in the magic. In a way, you have a lot of hope for what can come in your life, even if it's not going well. Ten of chalices, yeah. Just following up on what I was saying about like that hopeless romantic energy. It's really here. That's what you ultimately want. That's what you ultimately desire. And Ace of Coins, it does feel like because you desire this, because we don't have desires that are unfounded, right? The universe doesn't give us those desires for no reason, especially if you feel that they're coming from a high vibrational place. There is like an opportunity coming in for you, because sometimes that desire is meant to prompt you forward. Look at that. A new opportunity where you may have the opportunity to express, to kind of step into a new situation. And if you guys are already in something, and this is like, if this situation I've been describing is one connection that you are trying to rework, trying to revamp, then I do see that there is going to be an opportunity for a much more connected phase, is what I would say, and much more loving phase in this situation for you. Yeah. Okay, guys, so this is your quick little reading, and please give a like if this was you, and let me know if this connected for you. We're gonna move on now to group B. So thank you. All right, group B, this is your reading, and we're gonna be looking at what makes you great. And I feel like this could be, at this point in time, I feel like it could be something about a situation at this point. So tell us what makes group B great. All right, okay, so group A and group B, you have so much in common. Group B, you have a lot in common with group A. This could be almost like an extension of the group A story, or another perspective on it, because there's so many repeat cards here. You all have the same hidden energy. 7 of chalices. Okay, but a little bit different storyline going for you as well. Okay, for you all, it does seem like there's definitely something that there's a grief, almost like you're trying to cope with an event or set of things that happened here for you. Tower is here. Yeah. And now you have the Sun and the Devil. Okay, so there's a little bit of it's a definite more like dramatic energy in your reading. Okay, so we start off with a connection that you felt was a very strong one, a bond with someone. 6 of Chalices here. That is that soulmate energy. Like, this is the connection, someone you've known. So when you have that kind of particular history with, or bond with in particular, and everything starts off well. You have this sense of having security with this person. You start off with having this possibility and even a fullness. So this could really be a long-term relationship, a marriage, something like this that you had with someone, or you have. But it feels like in the middle of this, like right in the middle of that situation, something happened. It's like almost like a new energy entered. Now let's see where that goes. This new energy was, I want to say, like with the Sun and the Devil like that, it's almost like it shone so much light in your life. This right here, this event, whatever entered your life, or whatever new activity or situation you found yourself in at this point, a lot of light came in, and almost like it shone, or it highlighted, illuminated is kind of the better word. It illuminated things in your life that were not positive, that were not working for you. It probably shone some light on the connection itself, like, because these are two people that have known each other for a long time, right? There's some event here. We're gonna clarify a little bit with that. But 9 of Chalices, wish fulfillment. This is something that you really desired. But you know, this card, to me, it shows the Sugar Plum Fairy, and that is a little bit of a tragic story in a way. And so it does feel like, and it's a story of soulmates who are kind of fated or go through these events that are full of like a lot of dramatic twists and turns. So, you know, you could feel like that with this person, but there's a lot of energy here. The Star, the Lovers, Chalices. We've got like end of year fireworks starting on the streets here, so you're gonna hear some of those things in the reading, but I'm hoping it's not too loud. But yeah, so I feel like this tower moment was a point you'd reach. It's telling me about that with the ending here. So y'all could have had, with the Knight of Swords, y'all could have had some kind of argument, some kind of harsh words with each other, which caused an ending. And it's like, maybe you're like, this feels like confusion. This, in the last reading, the 7 of Cups felt different. This one feels like confusion, like I'm not sure what to do, what choices to make here, because there is a lot of worry, especially if you have 6 of Cups energy. But what it's telling me, you know, like this is how it started and this is how it's going, or potential for outcome is there's a strong potential for this to be healed. The Lovers here. So I would say for you all, okay, I had to kind of break down your story a little bit, but the great thing about you is that I do think that you are a very kind of you're very almost like, how to say, this is a phrase that's coming up. You go hard for what you love is just what comes up. Is like, I think you're a group that also has the ability to feel emotions very deeply. Sometimes that takes you into a place that can be a little bit difficult to process, and I think you do things with an intensity, and you probably feel things with an intensity as well. That gives you the almost the ability to swing from light to dark, light to shadow. But it does mean that you understand the full range of emotions. It does mean that you can experience your feelings and still feel hope about things. Sometimes your positivity about things can be, and this is a little bit of like the shadow side, right, that I'm talking about, and we'll definitely talk about the light, because you have that ability to see the positive in things, and you want to see that. You want to see the good in everything and everyone. You're the type of person also that also wants to heal and work on relationships. Like, you want to, if you have something that ended, you have difficulties in any kind of relationship, you do want to correct that. You want to work on it. I'm also seeing that you remain hopeful. You do remain, and very also focused on what it is that you want. The low, the high, or the shadow, high, light, and shadow is that when things don't work out, because you're feeling a lot of that energy, it can make you defensive. It can make you upset, which of course that's human, that's normal. But some people are more comfortable expressing and feeling those things, and I think you're falling into that category here. Yeah, there's so much emotion here that you've felt and experienced, but the fact that you've gone through this and these endings, this difficulty, and still able to kind of end here on this note of, I want to heal this connection. I want to be in a place where I can welcome in the connections and love that I deserve, is amazing. Judgment, the world. Yeah, so I think you have this group, you have a real ability. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to show you this. You have a real ability, I was going to say, to close chapters that need to be closed as well. Almost like you try and you try again, and you give a chance again and again, but always with the eye of improving the connection, right? Always with the eye of fixing. Some of you may take on a bit too much on yourself, and for that reason, sometimes you end up feeling those depths of emotions when things don't work out, or you find yourself carrying more than the other person. But this is also someone who is also very romantic. So group A and B, but I feel like group B, you have this like range. I think also that some of you look at romantic relationships as the best thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the best part of life for you, and that is an amazing thing. I also think that, I don't know if I said this before, you may stay too long in things that can be difficult. Like, you may have a tendency to put a good spin on something that you know is not right, because you're such a believer that that love wins out. Like, you can fix things. Yeah, there is such a similar energy between these groups. But also, I'm seeing here that you also have the ability to restart your life. As I said, this is someone who I would just, if I'm to describe this person, you feel your feelings, you go through the phases, and then you're able to set sail and close cycles when you need to. So yeah, there's a very complex thing there. I'm seeing here, when I'm looking at this, I'm feeling like Scorpio energy, just with that like depth of emotion, maybe also Cancerian energy as well. But what we have here is Capricorn, Leo, Aquarius, Gemini. Yeah, and then we have a lot of, well, not a lot. There's this, I don't know why I felt like there's a lot of Cups energy. So a lot of emotion, but fire, some earth as well. Yeah. So I would say that this group has more of those signs than the air energy. So what, I mean, there is something here with Gemini, but what is missing for me is like the Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. Gemini is here, so Aquarius, Libra, Aquarius is here, so maybe just Libra. And the interesting thing is that group A had a strong Libra leaning as well. So this could be either the other person. I like to think of the A and B as the other person in the situation, or this could just be another aspect of your story as well. Okay, let's get a little bit of like, we'll pull some cards for advice, or you can use them for whatever you like. Alright, so I'm feeling there's strong movement here. Strong movement. There's something here about using the systems that are in place to help you to right wrongs. So I feel like if you need to take action on something here, some of you, this could be, I'm just gonna call it out, Hierophant sometimes can represent a committed relationship like marriage, and Justice to me sometimes signifies something like a divorce. So it could be taking actions. If you feel like, if you have a connection that is the sun and the devil together, like it presents as a very positive situation, but it has this toxic undertone, and you are feeling like what you really want is to fulfill just the sense of hope in a connection, even to welcome it in, even if there's nobody here, because you believed in this, right? You believed in this and kind of found out some things or experiencing some things. You may need to take action towards that. Another thing I'm seeing is that if this is not about that type of ending for you, this could be about taking actions that you know you're being guided to take in this situation. All right, so there we go, guys. This is your reading. Please do like, if you give a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and comment, tell me if this resonated for you, and of course subscribe. Take care, and I hope to see you on another reading. Take care.